Good afternoon, guys. Now I've got B for you. B's discussion is about people worry about forgetting their words and such. So we're gonna discuss um different types of dementia and things along that line, memory issues. So sit back and enjoy the presentation. Give me a little bit to put it together for you. Okay, I've got to organize these for you. Be right with you, folks. Okay, okay, guys. Now we're gonna go through the presentation I made for you. Okay, this one, like I said, discusses people's worries about whether a little forgetfulness is classified as dementia, or if they're forgetting things on a regular basis, and if they're showing signs of different types of dementia. So we're going to go through that for B. So please join me in today's presentation. Here we go. The article explores the concern many people have about forgetting names or words, and whether it could indicate dementia. It explains that dementia is not a single disease, but rather a term for impaired thinking, memory, or decision making. This article highlights the different types, folks, and what comes with each type. So let me finish the presentation for you. Okay. Dementia prevalence cases are rising, particularly among older individuals, with about 37% of people over 90 affected. Okay. Concerns over caregiving costs, the lifetime care cost for someone with Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia, is or was estimated at $329,360 in 2018. Stigma and public discourse. Dementia is frequently discussed including in political conversations, but questioning a public figure's mental state can add stigma and unfairly isolate those with dementia. Okay. First one down. Future outlook. More than 5 million people in the U.S. currently live with dementia, and this number is expected to triple by 2060. Okay. Dementia affects thinking, memory, and decision making. The symptoms vary, but generally include memory loss, forgetting recent events, repeating questions, misplacing items, confusion, struggling to recognize familiar faces, places, or times, difficulty with conversation, trouble finding words or following conversation. Okay, impaired reasoning, poor judgment, trouble solving problems, mood and behavior changes, depression, anxiety, irritation, or withdrawal, loss of coordination, struggling with everyday tasks like dressing or eating. Dementia comes with various forms, each with the distinct causes and symptoms. Here are some key types. Okay, the first one is dementia disease or Alzheimer's disease, the most common type, characterized by memory loss, confusion, and difficulty with problem solving. It's linked to abnormal protein buildup in the brain. Okay, then we're going to go into different ones. Vascular dementia caused by reduced blood flow to the brain, often due to Give me 1 second, guys. Strokes or heart disease. Symptoms include impaired judgment and difficulty with planning. Okay, then we've got Lewy body dementia associated with abnormal protein deposits in the brain. It leads to hallucinations, movement issues, and cognitive decline. Then you have frontal temporal lobe dementia affects the frontal and temporal lobes, leading to personality changes, language difficulties, and behavioral shifts. Then you have mixed dementia, a combination of multiple types, such as Alzheimer's and vascular dementia, leading to overlapping symptoms. Would you like to explore treatments or ways to support someone with dementia? Just a minute, guys. Gotta get these apart. Diagnosing different types of dementia involves a combination of medical history, cognitive tests, imaging, and sometimes lab tests. Here's how doctors typically identify various forms. Alzheimer's disease, diagnosed through memory tests, brain scans, MRIs, or PET scans, and sometimes cerebrospinal fluid analysis to detect abnormal proteins. Vascular dementia identified using brain imaging to check for strokes or reduced blood flow, along with cognitive assessments. Lewy body dementia diagnosed based on symptoms like hallucinations and movement issues, often confirmed with brain scans. Frontal temporal lobe dementia evaluated through behavioral assessments, language tests, and MRI scans to detect brain shrinkage. Mixed dementia diagnosed when signs of multiple types like Alzheimer's and vascular dementia appear together, often confirmed with imaging and cognitive tests. Would you like to explore treatments, options, or ways to support someone with dementia? You can also check out more details at msn.com, guys. Different types of dementia require specific tests for accurate diagnosis. Here is a breakdown Alzheimer's disease, memory and cognitive tests like mini mental state examination, or MMSE, Montreal, cognitive Montreal state exam, um, cognitive assessment, or MOCA as we call it, brain scans, MRI, or PET scans help detect abnormal protein buildup. Okay, vascular dementia, brain imaging, CT or MRI, to identify strokes or reduce blood flow. Cognitive assessments evaluate reasoning and planning. Lewy body dementia, neurological exam to check movement issues. Cognitive tests for hallucinations, and sometimes dopamine transporter scans or data scan, okay, which means dopamine transporter scans. Frontal temporal lobe dementia, behavioral, language assessment, MRI to detect brain shrinkage, and genetic testing if family history suggests a hereditary link. Sometimes people inherit dementia from families, folks. Mixed dementia, a combination of tests from multiple types including cognitive exams and imaging scans to identify overlapping symptoms. Would you like details on how these tests are conducted or what to expect during an evaluation? Test results for different types to determine or test for different types of dementia. Help doctors determine the severity and underlying cause of cognitive decline. Here's what they typically indicate: Alzheimer's disease, memory and cognitive tests like mini mental state examination, MMSE or Montreal cognitive assessment, which is MOCA for short, assesses thinking ability. Brain scans, MRI or PET scan, many show abnormal protein buildup. Okay, vascular dementia imaging tests. CT or MRI reveal strokes or reduced blood flow to the brain, confirming vascular damage. Lewy body neurological exam detect movement issues, while dopamine transporter scan help identify Lewy body deposits. Frontal temporal lobe dementia MRI scans show shrinkage in the frontal temporal lobe areas, and behavioral assessment confirm personality changes. Mixed mixed dementia, a combination of findings from multiple tests such as cognitive exam and imaging scans indicating overlapping symptoms. Would you like details on how these tests are conducted or what to expect during an evaluation? Okay, guys, so I will be back on with C shortly. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.